Did you know what separates the ones who rise from the ones who rot? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's discipline. Everyone wants to feel ready before they move. They want motivation before they act. But the truth is, the ones who wait to feel ready never start. And the ones who start don't wait to feel anything at all. Because discipline is not a feeling. It's a decision. A choice you make every single day to show up, no matter what your emotions say. You see, emotion is a liar. It tells you you're tired. It tells you you can rest. It whispers, you've done enough. But discipline doesn't negotiate. It doesn't need inspiration. It doesn't care how you feel. Because feelings are temporary. But the results of discipline, those last forever. That's why most people lose. They let their emotions drive. They eat when they're stressed. They skip the gym when they're tired. They waste hours because they don't feel like it. And they call it self-care. But you're not built for comfort. You're built for conquest. And conquest requires control. Not of the world, but of yourself. The problem isn't laziness. It's addiction to comfort. You crave ease like a drug. You want peace before progress. But that's not how greatness works. Peace doesn't come before discipline. It comes because of it. You see, real peace isn't sitting still. It's knowing you did what you said you would, even when you didn't feel like it. That's what separates men from boys, leaders from dreamers. So stop chasing emotion. Stop waiting for the right mindset. Stop expecting fire to stay lit every morning. It won't. That's why discipline exists. To move you when the fire goes out. Every day you wake up with two voices in your head. One says, rest. The other says, rise. And every choice you make decides which voice becomes stronger. The weak feed emotion. The strong feed discipline. And here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. You can't be both. You can't claim to want greatness and still obey your emotions. You can't say you want change and still move like the same person. Discipline is not built in comfort. It's built when you say, I don't care how I feel. I'm doing it anyway. Because every time you choose discipline over emotion, you're teaching your body who's in charge. You're teaching your mind that it's not in control. You are. That's how you grow. That's how you evolve. You don't rise by motivation. You rise by mastery. You ever notice how emotion always wants the easy way out? It tells you to rest when you need to move. It tells you to stop when you're just getting started. It tells you to wait until it feels right. But here's the thing. If you only act when it feels right, you'll never move when it matters most. Because discipline doesn't ask for comfort. It asks for commitment. And you learn that the hard way. When life stops rewarding effort and starts testing endurance. That's when emotion fades and the truth steps in. Discipline is not built in big moments. It's built in silence. In those unseen mornings when the world is asleep and you're the only one awake. Doing the thing no one will clap for. That's when it grows. You start to understand. This life will never get easier. You just get stronger, more stable, less reactive. Because discipline rewires your system. It teaches you to move even when the noise in your head is loud. It teaches you to keep going when motivation dies. That's what no one tells you. Discipline is quiet. It's not dramatic. It's not fireworks or speeches or glory. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's the same steps taken over and over again until your emotions stop mattering. And that's when you start to change. You stop chasing the high of motivation. You start chasing the rhythm of consistency. You begin to find beauty in monotony. You realize the ones who win aren't the ones who feel the most inspired. They're the ones who can walk through routine without losing focus. Because the moment you detach from emotion, you become dangerous. You stop reacting to life. You start directing it. That's the shift. The same pain that used to break you now becomes your compass. You stop asking, why me? You start saying, try me. You begin to see life as training. Every inconvenience, every setback, every delay, a test of your ability to stay disciplined. And when that switch flips, you become calm. Not because things got easier, but because you stopped letting your emotions lead. There comes a moment in everyone's life when you realize it's not the world holding you back. It's you, your hesitation, your fear, your emotion. You keep waiting for the right mindset, the right day, the right feeling. But discipline doesn't wait for the right feeling. It creates it. Because when you stop moving with emotion, you start moving with purpose. That's the separation right there. The ones who feel their way through life, and the ones who build their way through it. You want to change? Then stop negotiating with your excuses. Stop thinking every hard day means you're failing. It doesn't. It means you're evolving. Discipline isn't punishment. It's alignment. It's saying, I'm not going to let the temporary emotions of today destroy the future I'm trying to build. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move anyway. Because progress doesn't care about your mood. It only cares about momentum. You see, emotion fades, but discipline compounds. Every small act you do, even when you don't feel like it, builds a foundation that no feeling can shake. That's how strong people are made. Not through motivation, through repetition. Every time you choose effort over ease, you're rewriting your story. Every time you wake up and do what needs to be done, you're separating yourself from the version of you that kept waiting for something to change. The truth is, you won't wake up one day ready. You'll just wake up and realize you've been doing it anyway. You've been carrying yourself forward. And that's when you understand. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from chaos, from guilt, from regret. When you live with discipline, you stop being at the mercy of your own weakness. You stop being controlled by emotion. You stop being reactive. You move because you said you would. And that's power. That's self-respect. Because at the end of the day, discipline is the purest form of self-love. It's not about being hard on yourself. It's about believing you're worth the effort. And that's the part most people miss. They think discipline is harsh. It's not. It's love in its strongest form. It's saying, I care enough about my future to not let my emotions ruin it. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't ask yourself how you feel. Ask yourself what needs to be done. And do it. Not because it's easy, but because you owe it to yourself. That's discipline. And that's how you rise. There's a version of you that used to need motivation, that needed someone to tell you to keep going, that waited for the right song, the right timing, the right push. But not anymore. You've outgrown that. Now, it's just you and the mission. No applause. No validation, just movement. Because once you've been through enough pain, you stop chasing comfort. You stop caring about how you feel. You just do what has to be done. You don't need to scream it. You don't need to prove it. You move in silence, and you let the results talk. That's what discipline looks like. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. But ruthless. It's waking up when you're tired. It's showing up when no one's watching. It's doing the right thing even when your emotions are begging you not to. Because emotion will betray you. It'll make you stop when you should push. It'll make you doubt when you should believe. It'll make you forget who you said you'd become. So you learn to detach, to stop listening to the noise in your head, to stop giving power to every passing feeling. And that's when everything changes. You start moving differently. You stop wasting energy explaining yourself. You stop chasing attention. You become still, but unstoppable. That's what people don't understand. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about fighting your emotions every single day and winning, even when no one sees it. And at first, it feels cold. It feels lonely. But then, it becomes peaceful. Because now, you control you. Now you decide. Now you move when it's time to move. And one day, you'll look back and realize you built everything you have from moments that didn't feel good, from mornings that felt heavy, from nights that felt endless. That's what discipline does. It makes you dangerous in silence. You stop needing hype. You stop needing anyone. You just keep moving forward. So if you're listening to this and you feel lost or tired or empty, good. It means you're where you're supposed to be. Because this is where discipline is built. Right here, in the dark, when no one believes in you, when your emotions are screaming at you to quit. That's the moment you either fall apart or rise. And if you choose to rise, not because it feels good, but because you promised yourself you would, you'll understand something most people never will. Discipline is not the enemy of emotion. It's what keeps emotion from destroying you. It's the line between potential and regret, between someday and done. So stop waiting for peace. Stop waiting for comfort. They're never coming. Move anyway. Work anyway. Show up anyway. Because you'll never feel ready. But one day, you'll look back and realize you didn't need to be. You just needed to move. Without emotion, without hesitation, with discipline.